When Asafa Powell was in high school, he ran 11.46 in the 100 meters. And then 2 years later, he transformed his speed and brought it all the way down to 10.26. And now today we know Asafa Powell to be one of the fastest athletes of all time, running 9.72 in the 100 meter and 4.28 in the 40 yard. So in this video, I'm gonna break down how Asafa Powell is so fast and the things he did to make his speed transformation that you can also do too. My name is Justin Martin. I'm a high-level strength and conditioning coach who helps athletes transform their speed and explosiveness. Asafa Powell's speed transformation can be broken down in a few key factors. Let's break them down in simple terms. The first thing Asafa Powell did was bounce off the ground like it was a trampoline. When Asafa Powell is running, he lands under his hips and keeps his ankles stiff. This helps you use your Achilles tendon like a rubber band, helping you spring off the ground so your movements can be more elastic and explosive. If you don't do this correctly, you will spend more time on the ground and utilize more muscular force and more energy. And even though a lot of sprinters are very strong and muscular, they still use more elastic power versus muscular strength. Our example, Asafa Powell spends a short amount of time on the ground, usually around 0.1 to 0.2 seconds, even sometimes as low as 0.08 seconds. And when he does this, he's using something called the fast stretch shortening cycle, which is just a fancy term for how you store and release elastic energy in the Achilles tendon and in all the tendons around your lower limb complex. The more you can treat the ground like a trampoline versus treating it like it's sand, the faster you will run. And here are some exercises to help train this ability. The first one's gonna be low-level extensive skips. If you don't have space to do these type of skips, where you're just going low intensity cyclical motion for 3 to 5 minutes straight. Next one's gonna be a little more intensive, so you don't have to start with this. You can start with the skips or the jump rope, but this one's gonna be reactive pogo. So sub-maximal or max intent pogos where you're trying to get up as high as possible, but treat the floor like it's lava and just bounce up. Just bounce up. Floor is lava and you're trying to get up and high at the same time. The second thing is Asafa Powell is very strong in the right types of lifts. We see a lot of videos of Asafa Powell doing squats in a quarter squat position and a half squat position, and even velocity-based trap bar lifts where he's going to half squat position and trying to thrust as fast as possible to improve his vertical force. This is important because when you sprint and jump, you're actually producing angles in a quarter squat and a half squat position. So overloading those angles with 10 to 20% above your 1 rep max full range of motion lift is going to help you improve force production when you actually go onto the track. Here are some video examples of how to do quarter squat and half squat and some strength standards for you to hit. That way you can actually be strong enough in these lifts to be fast on the track. The third thing is his stride length. A lot of people say that his stride length simply comes from how tall he is and how good his genetics are. Stride length actually comes from vertical force production, so you're displacing your body from the ground into the air. So pretty much you can improve your stride length just by improving your force production at fast speeds. It is true that Asafa Powell had great genetics and calf insertions, but he still improved his ability to produce a lot of force in a vertical plane. The 2 exercises I showed before, which was the quarter squats and half squats, are a great way to develop this, but I'm gonna show you 2 more exercises that help you produce force at faster speeds. If you made it this far in the video, hop on the Speed Academy. The Speed Academy is a 12-month membership. If you want to transform your speed and not get left behind everyone else, hop on the Speed Academy. It'll be either in the tags or in the description. All these athletic traits matter a lot, but if you aren't hitting the right angles when you sprint, then you're going to move nowhere. Asafa Powell is known to probably have the best sprint mechanics of all time, right beside people like Justin Gatlin and Usain Bolt. I'm going to give you a quick checklist breakdown of each phase of his sprinting. You can see what parts of your mechanics you can improve and add to your sprint. The first thing we're gonna see here is Asafa Powell have his chin tucked in and driving his arms back, and then he's pushing under his center of mass. So obviously this isn't a 3-point start or a block start, but you can still see, fundamental acceleration mechanics with just this. All he's doing is pushing down and back. You see long pushes. He's not trying to be quick and choppy. He's not trying to get to the 10 or 20 yard fast. He's trying to cover distance so he can generate momentum, okay? So think of pushing versus trying to get to a location. You can see right here, every single stride he takes, I can't go frame by frame. Every single stride he takes is big pushes, almost full extension, just a slight knee bend. You don't want full extension because you might displace your body a little bit too far. And then he has his chin tucked in so it's neutral, and then driving his arms back as hard as possible. These are basic things you can do with simple drills or just getting used to it over time. You don't have to go over technical with all the sprinting mechanics. Then as he's transitioning into his upright velocity phase, is just basic fundamentals. He's landing under his center of mass every time. His center of mass is his hips right here. He has a slight dorsal lean. You actually want the chest or the heart of your body to be slightly above your hips. So it might create a little bit of a anterior pelvic tilt, but that's actually very optimal for producing force. Too many people are always just like, run as tall as possible, and then they go here and they're running like this, and you're actually producing force in a negative distance, right? You're producing force the opposite direction, which is gonna decelerate your body. So he's just a little bit lean forward. He's landing under his center of mass and just punching down. It's really just that simple. The second he hits 90 degrees or close to 90 degrees, he strikes directly under his center of mass. He's not trying to reach. He's not trying to strain up in the upper body. He's staying actually more relaxed than he was in acceleration. In acceleration, you're gonna use a little more muscular force. You're gonna be pushing, kind of gritting, kind of grinding a little bit. But the second you start building momentum, it's about maintaining the momentum. So you actually wanna relax and just kind of right here, just real smooth and be as natural as possible. As long as you're maintaining these foundational positions, landing under center of mass, chest slightly above your hips, landing under your hips, and keeping your neck neutral and relaxed, you're probably gonna run pretty freaking fast. And especially with the big arm swing, driving arms back and forward is going to be optimal for sprinting. And then just like we said, at the end of the race, a lot of people are like, how do you run faster? You want to relax more. The more you relax, you already have the momentum built up, relax more and you will continue to go faster or maintain your speed, or in my opinion, decelerate less. Training like one of the fastest sprinters of all time is amazing and all, but if you do not know how to warm up correctly, then you're probably gonna make zero gains at the end of it. Make sure you watch this video right here or go hop on the Speed Academy to see my elite level warm-ups for athletes.